In this video, I'll be focusing on how to set the camera following the path and generate a draft animation render. After data channel, we can use the helper point to influence on the building height. But can we make it a fluent animation following a path and make it into an animation that can be used as part of the final presentation? And first of all, we will set the time configuration to increase the number of frames. Click on time configuration button. We go to animation section. Change the add time to 299, but we can see the frame count automatically go to 300 because the frame 0 is also counted as one of the frame here. And we rescale time, click OK, and now we will have 300 frames in total. And now we will draw out the path we want for the helper point to follow. So we go to create a spline and draw a line which will go around the Albion suburb. It goes in and probably end up here to give us a form we want for final. And same as before, we select on the helper point and go to animation, choose path constraint, and it will follow this spline. And by dragging the timing, we can see it's running along the spline we just drawn. Okay. And next we will go to camera to have a camera looking at the suburb. So create camera and make sure we are using V-Ray camera because we're always using V-Ray for our renderer. And it must be consistent. And for this physical V-Ray camera, we can see it actually has two parts. The first part is the camera itself, and the other part will be the target. And if we move either of them, the other one will keep stable, and that will be really good because what I want is to have the camera moving around the suburb, but the target is always at the building in the terrain. Cool. And same as the helper point, we are going to draw another spline for the camera to running along it. And we'll draw it like this to make it a little bit distant from the helper point so we can see the whole view. And same as before, go to path constraint, connect it. So you can see the camera is running along this path. And the one more thing we need to do is to move the target to the center of the suburb. But if we look at from elevation view, we can see the camera is looking horizontal to the buildings. But what we want is actually a bird view. That's why we will raise this spline so we can see a bird view with the camera. And next we will go to camera view like this, and let's see what will be the effect. So you can see it's taking the view of the urban of data channel. Cool. And next we will have a try with the rendering to make a draft animation. But if we just do a render like before, we only have one single frame. The one is existing in the viewport. So we need to do something with render setup. We go to render setup, and we change the time output from single to time segments. So the whole segment of 300 time frame. And we go to the output size, make it smaller, so it won't take forever. And also the output location, we will put onto desktop, give it a name, call 123, and the file type, make it AVI, and we just click render. But in this video, I won't do that because it's gonna take about 15 minutes. And I have a video that was rendered before, and I'll just put it up here to see what the effect will be. And here will be the outcome. Thank you.